So, in
So,
my judgment, what we need is to really get down to the core, to what men really want, and help men really go there. That requires fierceness. It requires warrior energy. It requires a motivation to get what you came for. And this is what men want, and this is what we need. And this is left out of so many spiritual teachings and even men's group that men need this kind of energy, this primitive, this caveman energy, in combination with the more sophisticated energy. But it's this warrior energy to let's get this done, let's commit to it, let's do it together as men, let's do what men do.
nice, nice. I think, yeah, I think my approach to getting men, I mean, what we've got here is this, the world-class place for connection for men and, a leader amongst leaders. So yeah, I think to do that and
Precisely.
men, ask men what do they want. I mean, like instead of living in this little bubble, to break out. I mean, often men are getting shamed everywhere.
Yeah. To step in to their personal responsibility with their gut, with their balls, and to get the support to do that.
Yeah,
To not put their tail between their legs, but not be overly fierce, exaggerated, phony masculine, but really embodied masculine. Feel it in your bones, in your veins, and to really share with other men to do what we're here to do, to really find out what our mission is and do it together to co create,
yeah,
which involves, this fierce side, but also our sensitive side, and to integrate all sides of ourselves as men and to discover it, to extend the envelope of what it is to be a man. This is
yeah.
something that keeps evolving.
What does
And
what does
it,
it mean to be a man?
yeah, and to keep pushing the envelope because we're an evolving species that, the world is changing exponentially now.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah,
what does it take to allow, like, to actually drop into your vulnerability? I mean, to drop into your vulnerability, because a lot of men would be so frightened of coming and revealing underneath the surface of the facade that they carried to kind of really
yeah,
reveal the nucleus for fear. I mean, I think a lot of men carry a lot of fear from being shamed when they've done that, and they often tend to close the gates for a prolonged period of time. So what we're creating is a safe space for that, right?
yeah, safety and our own presence to really see other men with love, to really see them with our heart, so they can feel really seen, maybe for the first time, by another man, and then to enable them to to feel safe, to allow their more vulnerable parts, but also to step into their strength for the maybe for the first time, but or find new aspects of who they are, so they can really again feel their own power and also feel their own vulnerability. And it's our job to really see both and welcome both and create a safe place in a new way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, for me, it was just to open the whole gates of the universe. And there's so many spiritual teachings about that, about actually, letting go of the facade, coming into the vulnerability, being the authentic, and actually the whole universe opens up for you. And I'm a testament to that. I mean, I think that, we take when we do take that risk of opening up, it's like and it's in so many classic religions like the Kabbalah, the Bible, Buddhism, about this kind of concept of letting go, and Lao Tzu, who talked about letting go of the idea of who I am to really become the person I can be.
Yeah. To really, in a sense, step off that cliff and trust that your parachute will open, trust that the ground will be there when you put your foot down, and trust that other men will be there to hold you, to support you,
Yeah,
and and to really experiment with that, explore
yeah,
that together, but really to go deep with have this serious intent. I'm not going to stay in the bullshit level. I'm
yeah.
going to go deep with you. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic for me, and I just want to be able to share that with other people, and try to build a trust. And what happens here stays here, and it's that kind of honor amongst men that is often departed, in recent times, and actually men do feel scared.
Yeah. But to share that with each other and to be with each other is so nourishing, and to really feel like I'm a man and this is what men do and this is what we do. It's so nourishing. There's nothing else like it in the universe, to really be with other men and feel that together, and to feel how incredibly nourishing that is.
And it's nice to watch the men do that. When they actually find the courage to actually come here, and over a period of weeks, you see the facade melting. The outside projection often happens first. I'm not understanding of speaking from the I perspective. I mean, I love that, speaking from the I perspective. Like, there's nowhere to run. Like, you can't run by saying people, or why do they, or they should, or I've noticed that in other people. Like, coming back to how does that make you feel, speaking
Yeah.
from the I perspective, is such a game changer.
Which is responsibility, which means I own my shit. And I take the risk of owning my shit, which means I have to look. I have to look inside. I have to feel, which can be difficult. It means I have to drop out of my head and into my heart and into my body, into my balls, and really feel what's actually there and not just intellectualize. The head has its place, of course, but the head cannot do the work of the heart and the other parts of the body. And we learn that with each other by getting earnest and serious and fierce and tender and loving, and also inviting our feminine side too, as well as the masculine.
Yeah, I mean, that's the interesting thing, actually understand that we have both sides. And I actually think personally that as we evolve, actually we're all becoming much more in touch with that other side. And I'm guessing that a lot of men feel very uncomfortable to be able to share that, but actually I think it's necessary. What do you?
Yeah. I think men long for that. I know I've longed for it. I know what it's being with other men and men's group has done in my life. It's transformed my life. Grew up not having any idea what it was to be a man. I didn't have a father. But by seeing other men who embodied healthy masculinity, I resonated. So, so that's, I'm oriented. I get to see it. Now I get to feel it. Now I get to do it. And I get the support of other men to make mistakes, to fuck up, to grow up, and to show up.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's some great questions. I really encourage people to come here for that kind of connection, the connection. And when you press the button at the end of the day, what does it leave you with? I mean, it always leaves with me, and we were talking about it earlier, that kind of like, this is the pivot to my week. It's like all things, like what I gain from it, what I get, the connection, what I like, the self inspection. It's like it helps me right the way through the week of being conscious and awake going into and how to communicate. I mean, I've watched my evolution, how I speak to my girlfriend and the girlfriends before, and just seeing the difference these things can make, about just really becoming a little bit more conscious of how we are, and how we're interacting with other people.
Yeah, which that touches me. And to give each other feedback, to challenge each other.
Yeah.
So it's really important to, yeah, I, w- I need to give you feedback. Are you willing to receive it? And sometimes it stings, but it's done gently and it's done consciously and it's done together, so that we can learn how to relate to women. We can learn how to relate to old people, to young people, to all people. So everything is in relationship, and also to relate not only as a man, but as a human being, heart to heart. Because that's at our core, yes, we are human beings.
Amazing. I think we'll have to call it Men's Monday. It's like, all roads lead to Rome, and I think Men's Monday is going to be that road to Rome. So we're with Wayne Carr, Dr. Wayne Carr, who is originally from, well, where are you from, Wayne?
I was born in Pasadena, California, in I'm a Southern California boy by the beach. But I moved to Germany from Seattle 2.5 years ago. Got a German wife and starting this new life in a new country. And I love the challenge, and I love working with men from all different countries.
And tell me, what age were you when you decided to go out and find yourself a wife in Germany?
I just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I turned 80. So
Yeah.
I got late. I and It's not like I didn't want to get married, but I didn't feel a particular pressure because I never saw my parents together. I never had a model, so it took me a while, but it wasn't like I wasn't in nourishing relationships and long-term relationship. But I something clicked. Like, yeah, I get myself a wife. Yeah.
And this is a testament to, like still evolving at all ages. Never let the old person in. Like a lot of people, they've made their money, they've got their family, their kids, and they start like assuming they're getting old.
Yeah.
And whereas you're you're going out there and like, right, okay, it's time for a wife. That's
Yeah.
that's what I need at 78 or whatever you were when you went out there. And I think it really shows me something. And for me, it's entirely inspirational
Hmm.
of like just, who says we're getting old?
Yeah, so much of this is social, so much of this is self-inflicted. But when I turned 80, I listened to my body, and yeah, it is significant to turn 80. But the song, like, what's 80 got to do with it?
Exactly.
It's like I age the way I age, and 80, it's just a number. And but there's something much deeper in terms of how a man can choose to age, and it's an adventure, and I'm willing to keep going and stay young and stay open. And part of me still feels like, hey, I'm just starting out. There's so much more to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to live a long life like my
And,
mother.
and despite your name at the bottom saying my name, you are in fact Dr. Carr.
Dr. Carr.
Dr. Carr. It has some sinister sound to it. Dr. Carr. If you
Precisely.
if you put a German accent to it, but
Or Shifty Carr.
oh, shifty Carr. But like people can find us on a Monday on the platform bu-evolution.com.
Yeah.
This is for men and men alone. Come and talk to us.
And
Come
we
and hang.
welcome you with our hearts, and if you're willing to be seen, and but we treat you gently, but also as men, and it's all an experiment. It's all opening to see what happens.
And I think one of the important things is that one of the terms that we use is come as you are.
Yeah.
Like there's no airs and graces. I haven't put my makeup on. We just come as you are is a really key ingredient for this. Like show up and let's go.
Come as you are, and that takes courage. Although we can't not come as we are, even when we wear a facade, we bring our facade with us, and sometimes we need it. And but to learn to take it off when we don't need it, and but to the thing is to be conscious of what we're doing and not just doing things automatically, unconsciously.
And
So
yeah, learning to take the mask off is
and to
stepping
be
into.
present and to be present all the time or as often as possible, and to deepen that presence and to embody that presence and to do it as a man, because that's a slice of the pie of us being human
Excellent.
for us men. Yeah.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you.
See you Monday.